everyone. We are glad to see you in our new partner meetup. We're glad to be back on air and discuss a very hot topic today. But before we get going, it only makes sense to introduce your host for today. My name is Alex Rabinok. I'm head of partner marketing in Bitrix24.
And my name is João Guiotti. Some people call me Joe, it's just easier. And I'm the partner manager of the Brazilian network.
And also a complete legend in Brazilian market.
If you say so.
Yeah, guys, so today, as we discussed previously, we are having a very big topic, a very hot topic in partner community is how to turn a demo into a deal. We know that this is a very important thing for our partners, new partners and all partners. Probably one of the key elements of presentation, that how you do a proper demo and then that it converts your lead into actual deal.
That's right. So today we're going over these topics. So we're going to start with the needs of a client. The first thing you have to do is to understand their goals first, then how to present a cool and thorough demonstration using real-world examples. The benefits of the product, so highlights the solutions, not just the features. We're going to talk a lot about this. Sharing success cases, so it's a very important thing, especially when you already have a nice portfolio of clients. Simplicity, you need to show that how easy it actually is to use Bitrix24 and to start using it. Engage, so ask questions and listen. Focus. Going over the key functionalities. I mean, Bitrix is it's a huge solution. So I was going to say you not always, but actually you never have time to talk about everything that Bitrix has to offer. So, and of course the next action plans that you have to get going with your clients.
Yeah, and before we continue, guys, we encourage you to ask questions in chat. We really need your feedback, and I suppose there is a big discussion going on, and we'll be ready to answer your questions during our webinar, and also we have a quick Q&A session after our presentation. And also, just to give you a little roadmap, we understand that demoing and just presentation is one of the key elements of how our partners work, and today we're going to discuss just basic principles on what we need for any demo. You just see them on the screen. And also, we are planning to have lessons and meetups for demoing in specific industries, because we know that Bitrix24 is super popular among some industries especially, and we understand that we need to focus on that too. And today, we just want to cover the basic principles of demoing for your clients.
That's right, so let's get going, Alex.
Yes, sir. The first, as João just said, is you gotta understand what your client actually need. You need to put time into preparation. You know, preparation is key. You need to have a phase of discovery. So when you try to talk to your customer, don't just jump into features. I know, like, we are working with Bitrix24 and we are in love with this product and we think the features are amazing, and they are. But at first, we need to understand what our clients really need so we can present and show them the actual features that will help them. And it's really important not just to hear what your client says, but what they actually mean, because sometimes people are saying like, we just need some faster tasks to be done. You need to understand maybe there are some flaws in their processes somewhere in other areas of their work. So we got to understand what they need. Do your research, go to their website, understand what they are doing, what field of work they are doing. Maybe even you need to know what jargon they are using. Because, for example, our partner told me that they were working with a client, and they were a dental clinic. And they've presented a portal where they have a deal with some special name of some weird cavity, you know, some weird disease. And their client was like, you really understand what we're working on? And that's how it works. Your client understands that this product is tailored for them. So tailor your approach, just adapt your presentations so your client would understand that this product is exactly what they need. They probably don't know what they needed, but it's your job to show your client that Bitrix24 is for them. So understand your client needs, and after that, you can just prepare your presentation and your offer to your client.
That's right, and correct me if I'm wrong, and also the partners can help us out here. If I'm not wrong, in our sales course, we have an example of a tailored approach. So, because basically it's impossible to use a pattern or one presentation for all the clients.
Absolutely,
right?
yes.
So you need to have one specific situation, one specific approach for each client. And also I usually talk to the Brazilian partners about something, and I always give this example. So let's say that the client is like a patient and you are the doctor.
Yes, sir.
So sometimes you come like to the doctor, you have a pain in your chest, let's say, you don't know exactly where and what hurts. You don't know what the solutions are. So this is like the client, and the partners understand like the pain points and how to ease this pain, right? So it's very important for the partner to first understand exactly where it hurts and then show the solutions. So you said very well that sometimes the clients, they come to the partner, they say, I need this, but actually they might need other things that they're actually already paying for, right? It's all included. I mean,
it's like Henry Ford said that if I would just listen to people, I would make not cars, but better horses. And that's something like that. We need to understand what the pain points of our clients, and that's only after that you can tailor your presentation and just show how great Bitrix24 tools for them.
Exactly. So the second point here is how to demonstrate with reality. So the first thing, use an authentic account. So you should be using your NFR, for example, for demonstrations. That's a great example of how it should be used, actually. So don't just use like generic examples. Like we said, you need to have something specific for specific clients so that they can understand better, like with the case that you mentioned. Real world context. This is very, very important because when you understand what the client wants and you know what they do, first of all, because you did your research, you will bring him closer to you. They will feel a little bit more, they will feel more credibility, first of all. Because you know what you're talking about. And increasing conviction, which is also very important. First of all, to increase conviction, you need to understand what you're talking about. You need to understand the product, you need to understand what the client needs, and then you find the perfect bridge between what they need and what we have to offer. So I guess the job of the partner here is always to make sure that all the client's needs are being taken into consideration, right? Yeah,
sure. And you can see that we're already 2 steps into our demo and presentation, and we haven't even shown nothing of our product.
Exactly.
It's all about preparation. It's all about getting ready. It's all about getting into this real world context. It's all about our client understanding that it's like creating a picture in their head that they have flaws in their workflows, and then the hero named Bitrix24 comes to their company and saves everything. It's all about creating this emotion and this picture in their head that it's really what they need. They need real examples, and they want authenticity. People always feel if something is generic or something isn't real. We need this for us too.
Yeah, exactly. And just highlighting one more time this point of authenticity, it's very, very important for you to understand exactly what the client needs and come up with a tailored presentation for him, because otherwise he will not understand how to solve their problems, right? So I mean, it's one of the most important parts of the presentation, of the preparation.
Yeah, and I'm looking at our chat, and our partners are extremely agreeing with you. You know, they're supportive. They think they understand that this is a very important part. So now let's talk about benefits. So when we present Bitrix24, we need not only talk about the features, but our client, basically, they do not need features. They are not sitting in their office and they think like, oh yeah, we need Bitrix24, we need CRM. They need solutions, and Bitrix24 can create solutions for all their flaws, all their problems that they might have. And when you present Bitrix24, you should be focused on problem solving. not just say that you will get CRM, you will get your tasks, you will get your calendar. No, you will upgrade your sales funnel maybe. You won't miss any meeting. Just you should always highlight how any specific product of Bitrix24 can solve existing pain point in your client, which we've already researched 2 steps previously. It's really important to explain the impact and make it measurable. So like we have it on the screen, you will have CRM. It's nice, but it's not like, it doesn't turn me on. But if we say save 10 hours weekly on client management, it's like 10 hours of my job, 10 hours of all my managers, and that's really understandable result. For example, if we're talking about sales funnel, you will upgrade your sales funnel. It's good, but you will, for example, raise your conversion rate from 15% to 50% with better sales funnel control. That seems like, who doesn't want that?
Exactly.
Which decision maker in a company says like, no, I want my conversion rate to go lower? So the impact that Bitrix24 has should be measurable and understandable to a client. Again, we're talking about not only features, but the benefits that they bring to the table. And after that, your proposition should contain a lot of value. Just show what advantages they would get, what maybe metrics in their company can become better after they use Bitrix24, and what results the client will get later. We'll talk about how we can talk about results afterwards. But when you do your proposition, when you do a pitch, we should always mention what benefits your client will get after using Bitrix24. The instrument itself doesn't have the value, but what pain points they help with, that's what we need.
Yeah, and this is a very, very important thing, especially when like measuring the impact and solutions over specs, because I mean, we're talking to partners from all over the world right now, so of course our markets they differ a little bit, but in general, maybe some client comes to you and they don't even know what a CRM is, right? Absolutely, they don't even know what what the modules are called. So if you use specific words, it will not hit them the same way that like 10 hours of work done easily, right? So.
Yeah, if you come to a person who doesn't know what CRM is, do you need CRM? What is CRM?
Exactly.
I want to have more money, but how can I do this? Like,
yeah,
this is how you can do this, brother.
Instead of, do you want a CRM? We should say, do you want to have your leads controlled in a better way? You can see everywhere what they're doing, what they're buying, their contacts, and so on. So
do you want your managers to work more efficiently?
Exactly.
Do you want to like never miss calls? Like that's what Bitrix24 can do, and that's what language your client will speak. They speak in language of their problems, of their pain points, and it's our job to understand the pain points and then explain what tools of Bitrix24 can be helpful to them and how they will be helpful.
Very well said. So coming to the success part, so sharing inspiring stories, first point we have here is relevant case studies. So you should be able to present how Bitrix24 helped similar companies. If you do not have examples, we're going to show you later that we have some examples to share, which are very important and contribute a lot to our community. Build trust. So this is the first thing. The thing about credibility is important because sometimes they don't know who you are. Sometimes they don't know what Bitrix is because they're looking for solutions, not for specific products, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So when you have a nice portfolio, you have successful cases, you can present to them, they can relate, they can understand how impactful this implementation can be for them. And the industry connection, of course, when they understand that the product can fit and can help them, specifically in what they do, they can have a better idea and also a better impression of how everything works. So about our success stories, we have this page of the testimonials from our clients from all over the world. So feel free to take a look if you have never done that. And also feel free to contribute, right? We have many cases from many different industries, countries, specific solutions, and you can take from here and please contribute to our community because we're helping each other here.
Yeah, success stories and social proof elements is a very important. It's a key element to creating good reputation for a brand and for partner as well, to creating a better credibility for a client, for a partner. And your clients actually care about this. It's an important way to important instrument to choose your partner, and also to make sure that your client need to make sure that they are making a right decision for their company, that they invest in money properly, invest in their time and effort. So yes, success stories and all these social proof elements, we need this. Yes, we created this page where you can share. Of course, guys, like, we always need your success story. We are ready to market them. We're ready to do all the advertising for your success stories. Send them to us. It's really important to Bitrix24 community, for partners, for clients. So don't be shy and send them to us. We need them.
Yes, please do.
Yeah. Okay, simplicity. What are we talking? What do we mean by saying simplicity? We all understand that Bitrix24 is complex instrument. It probably has the biggest amount of tools that any product in the market can offer. So it's really important for us to make sure that our client doesn't feel overwhelmed, doesn't feel nervous that he is hit in the face with so much instruments. But also it's really good for the partner to create a better reputation, a better credibility, because if you make hard things simple, you look like a total pro. Because we have this in sports. Whenever I watch basketball and see Steph Curry pull up a shot from 30 feet and lace each and every one of them, I think I can do that too. Then I go to the court and miss 100 shots in a row, and that's why he's the best in the world.
Yeah.
And that's for you too. If your client sees Bitrix24 at first, is nervous, he doesn't know what to do, and you're like, okay, I got you.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll make it simple. Bitrix24 actually have quite intuitive interface, even so we have a lot of tools, but it's easy to navigate through Bitrix24, and you just need to highlight how to do this for your customer at first. Automation also is key. Of course, if you have so much instruments, you doesn't need to do everything by hand. Like robots, your automation, RPAs can do a lot of job for you and a lot of job for clients as well. And we need to show them that you don't need to do too much. The product will work itself and get more even with less of your effort. So we need to highlight automation, and also AI tools right now. We got a great AI tools that help managers of any level. So AI tools, automation, we got it covered.
And especially after the last release, right?
Absolutely, yeah. And we got a lot of plans to make our clients' life even better. And of course, we need to overcome complexity fears. Of course, if our client never worked with Bitrix24, it's hard to start working, especially with so much tools. So it's our job to do a little bit of emotional support,
I agree.
Professional support. Of course, you explain what tools do, how they work, but also it's nothing hard there. We get we fall into the trap of Bitrix24 jargon and also experience. I've been working with Bitrix24 for 10 years, and there's nothing simpler and more understandable for me. My dishwasher has 2 buttons and it makes me nervous. Bitrix24 makes me calm and happy. But our customers will be nervous at first, and it's our job to actually make them do first steps, get first results, and just overcome the fears that this instrument is too much to me.
That's right, and it's really interesting what you said, because that's really, I just stopped to think about it. It's actually really true. Sometimes when you face something that you've never seen before, it can be in any situation in life, basically, right? And you see someone doing such a great job in that thing that you have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
It passes such a feeling of, I don't know, I feel calm, I feel comfortable, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
you feel confident that everything,
exactly,
you're safe.
Exactly. Yeah, that's really true. So this is one of the most important things for me, because sometimes I talk to my partners and they're all like, They like to talk. They are very anxious even when it comes to talking about Bitrix24. They can talk all day long about it, but wait. When you are talking to a client, it shouldn't be a one-way conversation. So you should talk and listen as well.
Yes.
As much as you can be a little bit, hyped up to present everything that Bitrix has to offer, you need to take some time, take a deep breath, and understand that you also need to hear the client. Otherwise, it's not going anywhere. So you need to actively involve the client in the conversation, asking questions. And there are actually some really nice techniques, sales techniques in our sales course about these conversations with clients. So using everything that we've been talking about right now to confirm if this is what they really need, if this really would make a change, would make a difference in their company, and so on. And also understand and adapt. So ask clarifying questions and listen attentively to their responses. You need to understand what they're talking about and what they need. So when I talk to a partner, it's just like, it's very nice how it works, because at the same time that they're talking, I'm listening, but in my head, I feel something going on like really, really fast, because I'm already thinking of the solutions of what to answer for each point. So I guess you understand what I'm talking about. So you ask, sometimes they have objections. You are the one who is going to figure everything out. So that's pretty much it. And I think it's needless to say that this conversation should be client-centric focused. So you need to show genuine interest. You need to be there for them. As some of you may know already, I'm from Brazil, and this is a very, it's part of our culture to feel like very close to each other, to really listen to what they're talking about. So I think like when you humanize the way that you talk to people, not making it very, very professional, this is how things actually get going, Of course, this may not apply to every market. Some people are a little bit more formal, let's say, than us, but I'm 100% for it, and I guess I'm 100% like that as well.
Yeah, we'll definitely hear a lot of such stories from our Latin America partners. I also had so many stories about it from our European partners as well. But yeah, this human nature of your communication with clients, it can go under the radar, like we are just colleagues, but it also creates a long-lasting relationship with your client. And the engagement that João was talking about, it's for your long-term relationship with the client. You can sell them Bitrix24, and they might work for like a month, and then if they are not engaged and they are not getting results, it ain't going anywhere. If you see that your client is engaged, they are also interested in making Bitrix24 work in their company, you will create a happy client, you will be happy. As we said, it's not all about the money. Of course, we are working here, we are making business, but creating this relationship, creating this good ability for you and just your client to be sure that this product is what they need and they are ready to do steps forward to getting these results. It's really important. So get your client engaged and they will help you reaching their goals and your goals too.
That's right. And I have a real life example of what you just said. So I was in Brazil last month with some partners. We were just talking about Bitrix and businesses and so on. And a partner told me that there were a couple of times that a client randomly called him at like 10 p.m. to ask for business advices. So it's not even related to Bitrix, but because of this relationship that you create of trust, of confidence, they become like real, like close business partners. So when this relation is a little bit more balanced, they don't look up like to a partner. No, they are the same level. They can talk freely about business, about how they can help even each other sometimes. So yeah, that's right.
Okay, let's talk about focus, because when we're talking about Bitrix24, we cannot cover anything. So it's a great point. Less is more. It's not my idea, as João said. Every good idea here is his idea. So yeah, we gotta understand, we gotta prioritize function. It doesn't make sense to show all the functions. Actually, we had a podcast with Damien from Interface, and it was just an eye-opening experience. He told that the biggest mistake they made in their first years is they were showing too much instrument. And that's how your client gets overwhelmed. And right now they're successful because they've learned it. So you should select 2-3 key features that are more relevant to their needs that you already discovered previously. Just show them how these features will help with their pain points. Of course, the list of these features may vary depending on what the pain points actually are. We usually advise to always show your collaboration tools because probably any company will need to collaborate at some point. They have hassle in their emails, chats, calls, calendars, and so on. So collaboration tools is a very good starting point for many companies to actually be involved in using Bitrix24. But other than that, just understand what your client's needs are and choose specific functions and show them and show what the results they are going to have. And when you choose this function, deep dive, show like every possible solution that they might need. Show them what results they need. Like illustrate the practical application of a single tool, of any single tool that you are choosing to your client. So, and also here we avoiding these overwhelming features. Again, we might say it a million times, Bitrix24 has probably the most features among any product. And probably not any company, not every company needs all of them. So it's our job to choose 2, 3, I don't think it makes sense to use more instruments to be shown, and just highlight how this instrument can focus, can be focused on helping solving pain points that your client have.
That's right. And I would like to add something else that I always talk about with my partners, which is less is more. This is very, very, very true.
Absolutely.
So in the beginning, you need to focus on what the client needs the most. But at the same time, maybe this is a conversation for later, but in this conversation, you can already understand what the client needs. And even for the future, you can have a better picture of what they do and their company and so on. So it's always important to like take an eye, have a look at the possible opportunities for this client. So in the beginning, they might need 2 or 3 core features, but there are always new possibilities for you to offer more services and make different implementations of other modules as well inside your own portfolio, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think this is, of course, one of the key steps right here, which is you need to define what to do next. Not only talk, not only show, but okay, what's next? So you need to have a clear call to action. So you need to explain to the client what's going to happen next. So we are here, we finished, we're done with the demonstration. So here's what you're going to do next. We're going to talk one more time. I'm going to show you my offer. We're going to keep talking about some other point that we couldn't cover today, and so on. The important thing is that you know what's going to happen next, and you will be in touch with the client. Offer the trial. This is also very, very important, and it helps a lot because they will understand better when they get their hands there. They will see what Bitrix can do. And you as a partner, this is one thing that I hope every partner knows, right? That the clients, they have a 15-day trial of the professional plan, but you as a partner can activate 1 more month, 30 extra days of trial for the clients. So they pretty much have 1.5 months to try the product. And with this time, I think it's enough time for you to make some general settings there and just get them going, you know?
Yeah.
So this is a very important step, and also the ongoing support. Support never stops. And using, like, from the experience that I have in the Brazilian market, I would say that one of the things that distinguish the partners the most from each other is the support. Because sometimes the client doesn't know what to do or where to go, or sometimes they even understand, like they read the help desk, they watch videos, but they cannot solve something by themselves. And having a partner there close to them, helping them, assisting them in whatever they need, is something very, very important. And I think this feeling of proximity and that you're always there for them is very important to highlight and show them, make them feel welcomed, and that you got them, like you're always there to help.
Yeah, the support never lets down anyone. One research that was made 4 years ago, it really blew my mind. It was showing why do customers stop using a particular software. And in 59% of cases, it's because they felt lack of attention, they felt lack of support, they felt left out. It's 59%. The second place was price, but it was just 17%. You see how huge the gap is? Yeah, so your support, your attention, it would always play a big role in creating this good relationship with the client, supportive relationship, and creating your credibility as a good partner.
That's right. So now we would like to thank you all for the participation. We now have some extra time for Q&A, right?
Yes.
So do we have any questions there? Are people interacting with us?
Yeah.
Are they being nice to us?
Yeah, our viewers were extremely nice. Yeah, guys,
Cool.
as we've said before, today we want to cover the basic principles, and we've talked about the basic idea. We are not showing you the exact demo. We are not going to live portal because it's the next step that we might do. Is the next way of communication with the customer. At first, we need to understand the basic principles of how we work, and all these tools that we're showing you. Yeah, we've been referring to our sales course a lot because we have a lot there. We also have a course for upselling on our YouTube channel if you want to check this out too. And we do this because these things do work. They actually work. They are provided by years of experience, not only ours, but our partners as well. So these things are the best practices that you might get.
Exactly.
The first question that we have several questions about AI automation. So when you mentioned that we have new tools in our latest release, when they will be launched. We are planning the first wave of updates in autumn. Many other features will be rolled out later. Of course, the ones that we showed during release, they are our big plans, and we want to show you the roadmap that we have. But yeah, we'll start to roll out features as soon as possible. Of course, some of them, especially for Copilot, they are already available. New prompts, a better model is already there. So if you haven't tried it out, just try it out.
Please do.
Yeah.
And also, there is a post from Elias in our partner portal where there are some some forecast of all the updates. So you can check that out as well.
Yeah, don't forget to check out all our social media. Don't forget to check out our partner portal.
Yes, please.
Yeah, guys, it's really important to communicate with us and for us to communicate with you, and that's what we are doing here. I want to use this platform to manifest that, yes, let's use partner portal, all our social media, subscribe to us. If you haven't still, you might miss out later. Yeah, I said I've seen a great comment and we already talked about it. We easily fall into the trap of Bitrix24 jargon.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, as we've discussed, the language that we are speaking about the product is different of how our customer talk about the product.
Exactly.
And we need to use the jargon that they use. They're talking to. Would you recommend to always split the discovery and the demo meeting like in your training videos?
In our training videos?
Yeah, we had, for example, our course, The Art of Upselling, and then we mentioned that it should be done differently.
Mm-hmm.
And in some other videos that we do, I remember we had this topic too.
Yes, and I mean, I think one of the most important things, we've talked about this a lot of times right now, is that every presentation should be different. So it's important to have, I mean, of course, there is a base, a foundation, right? But everything should be different according to what the client really needs and from your previous research.
Yeah, if you need time for that research, of course, it's Johannika, our long-time partner. Of course, if you're working with Bitrix24 for so many years, probably all the ideas are clicking in your head, and you already know what your client need. But in most cases, you should do your research, then just understand it, create a better presentation, and just come back to your client and be prepared. It's really
That's the most important.
That's more. That's the most important. Yeah. Sometimes it's just a continuation of our. We are so nice. The continuation of our topic. Sometimes you get a good amount of information on the first phone call, and then research based on their website. It's enough to plan for a demo, but not 100% a custom demo. Yeah, absolutely. That's just João just explained. You can do if you already have some information and you understand what your client needs, you probably can do it. But in general, take your time, be patient. Like, your client also need their time to make the decision. So if you come prepared, good things are going to happen. I've seen an interesting question about at what stage would you recommend to start upselling?
That's a very good question.
It's probably about not only upselling, but also picking the right plan for a customer. What do you think?
Yes, I think, again, it depends on each client, their needs, and what they want for the beginning. And also, I think that when you have a clear implementation plan, you can understand what is missing, what is lacking.
Yes.
Sometimes, because during the process, you are really into their company, their processes, the way they work, and you can have a better understanding what they really need and what they're really looking for. Because actually, one thing that I always hear from partners is that sometimes the client comes to me, I need a CRM or I need something specific. But in reality, they need much, much more than that.
Absolutely.
And they don't know that. So in the partner, of course, is not going to find that out in the first conversation that they have. It takes time. You keep understanding what they need, looking at their current processes, and also looking for opportunities inside your own portfolio, like I said. So I think it's very wise to have, let's say, an infiltrated agent in their account as a partner, as a customer success agent, to look for next opportunities, because sometimes the clients, they are paying for a huge solution, but they are not using 10% of it.
Yeah.
I think this, if we go into this topic now, we can talk about this like the whole day. So basically, the thing is, it takes time. I would say, like, after, I don't know, at least 3-6 months for you to understand, because some implementations take this long, right?
Absolutely.
So it takes time, it takes attention, and you gotta be there to find these little opportunities hidden in the shadows.
Yeah, I agree with you that sometimes upselling can happen during, the first hour we're speaking to, because when you're talking to your customer and you understand, like, the basic plan is not going to work. Like, basic plan probably isn't our partner's job to sell.
Agreed.
If we are just selling basic plans, it means that we have not delivered the value to our client. I ain't saying that basic plan is bad, but if you have a way to communicate with your customer and explain them the value of higher plans, and probably in many cases they need a little bit higher plan. Not everyone need enterprise plan, but a little higher plan always delivers the result that they might need. So you can start upselling as long as you understand. And we got to understand that upselling is not about just pushing the instrument to your client face and just give me the money. Yeah. No, upselling is about creating the value and explaining the value to your customer that they need, and they want this value too. So upselling is like it's two-way game. Your clients need better results, and you have these better results, and it's your job to deliver it. So upselling, there's nothing bad about upselling.
Of course.
It's not about, like, we're gonna trick somebody into giving them their money to us. No, it's a good question to ask. So we think that upselling is a very key element of your expertise, and we should do this whenever there's a great moment for it.
Exactly, and I repeat once more, sometimes the client is paying, for example, for the professional plan, he's using, I don't know, CRM, tasks and projects, the chats, video calls and so on, but he's not using, I don't know, HR tools.
Yeah.
But he's paying for that, right? So it's important for the partner to find these opportunities and also come up with a plan. Sometimes upselling is not only about the plan, but also about the services, right?
Yes, absolutely.
So there are many opportunities everywhere, so you just need to look for them.
Yeah, and as long as we're talking about upselling, I've received many questions, and we talked with our partners that upselling is a stressful element of their work. We've actually prepared so much content for you to upsell better. Like, don't be stuck in selling basic plan. It isn't worth your time, wasn't worth your money. If you're interested in being better in upselling, you can find the best course about upselling there is on our YouTube channel. We have a video course and also usual the basic course where you can read and even answer the question in tasks. And I would definitely recommend watch our podcast with Michael from Mascarasoft, where we basically talked about upselling. And if you want to be better at this, our experienced partners share their knowledge, and we are doing this for you to make our community better. Like we always say, we aren't working against each other, but we're actually working as a team, and we're going to be stronger at that.
Exactly.
And our Brazilian community is the great example of this.
Yeah, guys, vai Brasil.
An interesting question from James. What do you advise would be the best way to make first contact with client? Some of them are cold warm leads, emails. Emails are read but not responded to. Some clients find calls and text messages intrusive.
This is a very, very good question, and I think it strongly depends on the market, because some places are okay with this approach, some places are not. From my experience, I would say that first of all, when you're dealing with a client, it depends on where it came from. So if it came from the partner app, for example, they are already expecting a call, they're already expecting a contact from the partner. So it's totally okay, but it's important for you to read the description, to read more about, find out more about their company. And I always recommend the first approach to be an individual approach already. Not only say, hello, I'm the partner from Bitrix24, do you want to hear more about Bitrix? Of course he wants to hear. He already sent you an application, right? But instead of that, try, for example, hello, I'm João, a partner of Bitrix24. I saw that you need solutions for your CRM issues in your company that works in this area, yada, yada, yada. So I think the important thing is to have a strong and strategic approach so that you can hit the target better. About these other emails that are not read and so on, it depends, I would say, because thinking about my market, the Brazilian market, we don't even use like emails that much. I think we would call more on WhatsApp. Yeah. So what can you say about that?
I agree with you that it depends on the market. For example, the Brazilian market would be different from, I don't know, French or German market, of course. It also can be different from any particular industry. Like, for example, I have live experience. My friend is running a company that involved into building. They create houses, and they only use calls. Mm-hmm. This fool doesn't even answer my text messages, and he doesn't respond to any message from their customers. This industry, they always call and then have a meeting. That's how it operates. On the other hand, one of my other friends is involved in designing. He's a designer, and yes, he treats phone calls as a personal attack, so you cannot call this man. It's only in WhatsApp or like text messages. And in my experience, many industries just operate like that. It's just historically happens. So
True.
if you work in this industry, in some time you will understand what works better. So we just cannot give you one simple pattern what you should do. You need to explore the industry, explore the field, and then find the most effective way to communicate. Maybe it makes sense to communicate with other partners and just share your expertise. We know many partners want to collaborate with their colleagues from the same field, maybe different countries, just to share experience. So yeah, if you want to, we're just we want you to do this. Creating communities is very good for Bitrix24 partnership.
That's right.
Just an interesting comment I just want to share and
yeah, let's go.
talk about you. Not to share secrets, but I hope we won't. I hope we won't. But we recently started running company polls every month for our customers, and then you call them. Maybe they only use CRM, and then you tell them about tasks. They have it anyway. That's like I always. Whenever I hear that company pulse is used, it makes me happy.
Yeah, same.
Happy on some level, because this is an instrument that's been with us forever, and that's why we need this. Yes, the company pulse lets you understand what maybe is underappreciated in your client's company,
Exactly.
and that's what we need to use it. What do you think about that?
I totally agree. I actually even talked about this just now. Because again, the client is already paying for a product that is full of solutions, full of tools and modules and so on. So when I strongly believe that when they underuse the product, it starts losing its value, right?
Yeah.
So this is why I think this is one of it's essential for any businesses, for any partners, and I think that every partner should have a customer success manager to be taking care of such situations and not let any clients just slip,
Yeah, absolutely. Your clients, they want to get their value back. It's not only about the money, but they actually want their company to operate better.
Of course.
And you want their company to operate better. Also, it's not only about the money, it's about creating this long-term relationship that will eventually, like we're doing business, that will eventually end up in better money coming to your bank account. But if your customer is happy, and eventually that's what we need, that's what they need, and we can help them in any different way. It helps both parties. It helps you as a partner to bring in more value to the table, and it helps your customer to eventually be more happy with the instrument that they are paying for. Yeah, Indonesia, WhatsApp call and messengers the best way to communicate with clients. Okay, the message is already deleted. Maybe I shouldn't say that. Yeah, that's a little game with our partners. If you've watched this video till the end, write in the comment section what is the best way to communicate with clients in your country and in your field. It's really good way for us to understand it, really good way to share this knowledge with our partners in our community. It will help us all. So
let me try and guess. I think Brazil would be WhatsApp.
If you say so, yeah.
Let's see.
Yes, there's so many Brazil flags that I've seen in chat. Yes. This man is a legend, he deserves it. Okay, guys, I think it's time to wrap up. We've answered all the questions. Don't forget about our activity. And guys, we need your feedback. Write them in the comment section, write them in our partner portal or any social media. We want to do live meetings with you more frequently. We want this to happen. If you'll have any other questions, we'll try to answer them in the comment section or in any our social media.
That's it. Thank you for your attention. Hope it was helpful, and we'll see you guys next time.
See you. Have a good one.